I went over everything with you earlier with Sabu. So, do you have any stories about Sabu?
Just that he was completely, he would tell you to do some of the, craziest sounding things in the ring, and you'd be nervous, and he'd be hurt or exhausted or, like he's falling apart. And then the minute you walk through that curtain, he was a superstar. He was in so much pain, but it's like he was energized in there, and all that crazy stuff that he did worked out. He never hurt me. He'd hurt himself instead of hurting me or his opponents, which in wrestling is a rarity. So he was awesome and always performed under incredible amounts of pain.
Do you have any stories with him? Any fan interactions that you remember? Or?
Yeah. Fuck off.
I mean, that's a good one in itself too. Is there anything that, and do you ever go on the road with him or travel with him at all? Or
he spent a day at my house when we were in WWE, and it was just super chill, man. We just hung out in the sun. We fell in love with my dog Chewy, which was Chow. The dog slept with him downstairs on the couch. We laid out in the sun, went on a little adventure, went on a long walk just for exercise, and just got some sun and went to do Raw the next day.
Okay, awesome. Was there any point when you worked with Sabu, I mean, aside from the feeling nervous, where in the middle of a match you might have said, hey kid,
yeah,
it's fine. We're gonna, do you remember anything where he, in the middle of a match where he might have changed a spot on you or?
No, but he'd punch me twice, and they were fine. He barely touched me, and on the third punch, before he'd even hit me,
he apologized. Right?
He apologized, and then he hit me hard. But no, he was a super pro and honestly one of the kindest and best wrestlers I've ever had the pleasure to work with.
Okay, great. And then I was doing some stuff for myself. You debuted in WWF. It was November of '94, I believe. It's Aldo Montoya.
Right.
April 8th, you wrestled the Intercontinental Champion Jeff Jarrett in a non-title match.
Right.
What did that mean to you in just 6 months of your career in WWF to get an opportunity to pin the Intercontinental Champion?
It was cool. I mean, it was such a whirlwind ride. More was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Than in the ring. I was learning so much.
Yeah.
So I really saw it as an awesome opportunity, man. And it was very much as people want to criticize the Aldo Montoya character, it prepped me for Justin Credible.
And who came up with Aldo Montoya gimmick?
WWE Creative.
Oh, all right. Now, you asked for your release in '97, and instead of going to the WWF developmental, instead you were sent to ECW.
Right.
Is the rumor true that at the time WWF had it where you couldn't go to WCW in fear of that, because WCW was picking up everybody?
Yep.
Okay, what was it like to wrestle the Great Sasuke but also win the match?
I didn't know much about him,
no?
So it really didn't. No, it was no big deal, to be honest. Not that I know about his legend now. Looking back, I would have been nervous, but not knowing anything about him, it was just a regular match, and he was super good and super cool, and now it means a lot, but then it was just another night.
Yeah. How did you feel about the X Factor?
I loved it.
Stable?
I loved it. Both me and X-Pac loved it.
Did you feel the three of you with Albert should have had more time?
Absolutely. It had a lot to do with contract stuff with X-Pac. That's why, and the invasion angle. But we thought we could have been tag team champions and should have had a run.
Yeah.
We both feel that way. We both loved it.
And lastly, I've been watching you on Twitter, following your weight loss and stuff. You're looking good. What have you been doing to get back into
DDP yoga, man.
DDP
Honestly,
yoga?
Yeah, DDP yoga.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Justin.